every single person, or every single person here on this earth is an expression of God. Even the nature itself is an expression of God. The skies, the clouds, the trees, the animals are all expression of God, right? They all have the God energy within them, but us as human beings have made ourselves more dominant. In other words, we have moved to separation instead of segregation and oneness. Because once you see yourself as different to somebody else, then you're separating yourself. You're saying to that person that I'm not like you and I'm not part of you, and whatever happens to you doesn't affect me. That's separatism. Now, in the spirit of awakening, we now understanding that every single person and every single thing is all a spark of God. And if God is everything, right, then we need to treat everything around us, even ourselves and every other person, with love and compassion and understanding, right? So now let's go back to the concepts of darkness and light. So we spoke about darkness being not really evil. It's simply a state of forgetting, of being separate from divine source. So when people do evil things, they do it out of pain out of separation, not feeling whole within themselves, and they want to lash out to out against other people because they're feeling not secure within themselves, right? So it operates in through accumulation, gathering energy, attention, or power in attempt to reconnect or recreate that connection with divine source. Because you're feeling that you're not worthy, you're not feeling whole, you're not feeling happy and complete within yourself. So now you lash out on other people. That's the reason why hurt people hurts other people. There's no person that's happy and joyful that can hurt another person, can take from another person. When you have enough, you're content with what you have, right? Only people that feel separate, don't feel whole within themselves, will hurt and take from other people. You understand? That's what it simply means. I'm trying to get you understand it in a more mundane way of seeing it, right. It seeks wholeness, often through taking or dominating, because it's temporary loss, its connection, or its remembrance that is already whole, right? It's already whole. You're already whole. You really have plentiful. You have enough. You don't have to take from somebody else. Now, there's a lot of people walking around the world with this lack of remembrance of who they are. They're not taking from other people. Thinking that life is a struggle, thinking that life is about domineering, of being the most powerful. Now, our systems within the system of the matrix pushes this agenda of separation where a person doesn't feel enough, because most people are then operating from the egos, the sense of I need to get this, I need to get it, I can never, I don't have enough, I need more and more and more and more control and power, because those people have been separated from divine source. And divine source, it says that you are enough, you have plentiful. Okay, now the nature of the light. Life is a state of remembrance and union, awareness that life is connected and sourced from the same divine field, which is divine consciousness, right? Source itself, okay? It receives energy directly from the source rather than having to take or accumulate from others. It doesn't feel at lack because life flows from oneness. It's naturally resonates and shares and gives. You get my point? It's plentiful. Now that's the difference between light and darkness. Darkness is about lack, about not feeling enough, feeling you need to keep on taking and taking and taking, and feeling that there's not enough. If you have, then I don't have, right? I must take it all because there's not enough. You see, that's the dark. Now light knows it's plentiful. It's ready to share. It's ready to give. Right now, Jesus Christ, Christ consciousness is representation of light. It's always ready to give. You understand? Right. So light equals energy of unity, radiance, power, and surrender. Through surrender, trust and surrender, because we always taught when you're in high frequency, to trust and surrender in life, right? Now, as I said, this universe is a universe of light. However, due to the fact that there is a freedom of choice, people have the freedom to choose the darkness, to choose the lack, to choose the not having enough. And it's only a temporal situation, because sooner or later, people that do wrong, people that live in darkness, always find their way to light. Okay, how we express that in our normal, mundane, religious way of thinking. In Christianity, when it comes to born again Christians, I say that if you give your life to Christ, now that you now turn away from the darkness and you move towards the light. You understand? However, there's many parts to the light than just giving your life to Christ, okay? There's spirituality, understanding who you are, right? And taking your power back, and understanding that there is plentiful for every single person, that there's no lack. Now, you're able to also have plentiful and share with others.